Each year, many qualified students apply to medical school, though their GPA and MCAT score might be up to par, among other things that are required for entrance into American medical schools. Most students are not getting in. And you hear that from your friends, your family friends, and everybody else. However, I'm here to tell you today that there are other options than going to a United States medical school, and one of them is going to the Caribbean. Though in the past 20 or so years, many people have heard negative things about the Caribbean and there's been a stigma to going there, I'm here today to inform you that that stigma is actually not there. And you might be asking, how do I know that? I know that because I've done my research when applying to medical schools, amongst having interviews with medical schools that are located in the Caribbean, talking to me about the statistics. And many students believe that they need statistics to know what's right and what is wrong. And I am the same way. So the first thing you might be asking is, why go to medical school in the first place? You could be a business major. You could work in Quicken Loans. You could do so many other things. So what kind of people actually go to medical school? Well, according to Kaplan, last updated in 2016, a type of person who goes to medical school has a thirst for knowledge, capable of meeting challenges like sifting through bureaucracy, and people who like to troubleshoot with solutions and trying to figure out what is actually happening. And on top of that, a people person, somebody who wants to interact with patients every day, somebody who loves holding children, and somebody who wants to get to the bottom of situations. And so, from the perspective of Kaplan, amongst that, other students who are studying pre-med and have completed the MCAT statistically are the students who go to medical school. You'll find many students, including many at Wayne State, that are studying biology, chemistry, nutrition and food science, among other science majors that usually end up applying to medical school. Because there are many prerequisites to apply to medical school, and many of those are covered in the science majors that many students decide to pursue at Wayne State. Next, I would like to inform you specifically about Caribbean medical schools. As a student myself, I had an interview with Ross University and I got accepted, and I'm actually attending there in the fall. So I can tell you from personal experience, I did a lot of research to try and figure out exactly why the Caribbean medical schools are being portrayed in such a light that is not necessarily true. So, according to Ross University, last updated in 2015, they actually achieved a 97% pass rate, while the United States medical schools only achieved a 96, and all the other medical schools achieved an 87 or a 78% pass rate. As you can see, the statistics right here are showing you that students who attend Ross University, amongst the other Caribbean medical schools that have been approved by all of the hospitals in America and have their license, are still achieving the same USMLE rate as the United States medical schools. Actually, even better in the past year. This is one statistic alone that can show you that going to medical school in the Caribbean doesn't necessarily mean that you're going somewhere that gives you an education that is not as good as going to medical school in the United States. Actually, according to Ross, within the last year, 2015, Ross graduates have earned more than 830 residency positions in the United States. On top of that, 88% of the students who applied for residency got it on their first attempt, which I also found on ross.edu. And so, with that being said, it can be known that going to medical school in the Caribbean doesn't necessarily mean that you're going somewhere where you're not getting the best education. As you can see, another benefit of going to school in the Caribbean is that because it's big on connections, that students can even practice in the United Kingdom, where they also offer clinical spots, which is again said on the Ross website, as well as St. George's and American University of the Caribbean. So it'll allow you to diversify where you're practicing medicine, which will essentially put more tools under your belt. However, I'm not here to tell you that going to school in the United States is necessarily wrong. I'm here to inform you about the benefits of going to medical school in both places. So, in the United States, the benefit of going to school here is that according to the National Residency Matching Program, which was last updated in 2016, 93.9% of students who applied for residency were guaranteed a spot on their first attempt, which, as you can see, is better than attempting residency in the Caribbean. However, keep in mind that there also is a difference between USMLE rates. Also, according to AMCAS or AAMC, the class sizes in the United States are roughly about 100, and going to school in the Caribbean roughly ranges from 300 to 600, depending on what class you do go to, or what school as well, and what class you come into. Also, the biggest catch for many students is the cost. Going to school in America costs about $30,000 less than going to school in the Caribbean. Yeah, many people are saying you're already paying about $150,000 to $250,000 going to medical school. However, $30,000 does make a big difference with many people. So today I explained to you why students go to medical school, why go in the Caribbean, or why go in the United States. I hope this speech gives you more information and insight into where many people go to medical school. And on top of that, remember, the most important thing is going to medical school and getting in. Not necessarily where you get in, because at the end of the day, through all your hardship, you'll still be helping people. Thank you.